Bill and Ted Face the Music. Yikes. Alright, first and foremost, let me get it real clear. Excellent adventure, bogus journey. Whoo, boy, I love those fucking movies.
And we're Wild Stallions!
I remember as a kid rewinding that VHS and watching it multiple times. Don't ask me why, but I really like those movies. A lot of people like those movies, but I personally really like those movies. So Face the Music, I feel is the wrong title for this one. I feel like the second movie and the third movie, this new one, should switch titles because I feel this is a real fucking bogus journey. Okay, first and foremost, this is Bill and Ted. If you're looking for Bill and Ted, you're gonna get fucking Bill and Ted. But you're gonna get really weird Bill and Ted. Like, you know, the whole dude and being stupid shit, like that only works when you're young. Like, they're just old. At this point, it's like they might need to have some fucking cognizant tests like Biden or some shit.
Go, you know the thing.
Like, they may not be the strongest pill in the medicine cabinet. They might need some medication. They might need to actually go see a professional at this point. They're fucking stupid. So one thing I really didn't like about the movie is when it starts, it's like, you fucking lied to me. You fucking lied to me, second movie, because they made it seem like the Wild Stallions, man. They brought everything together and everything worked. This movie starts out very clearly by telling you, yeah, sorry, we lied to you for the purpose of this movie. I feel duped. You're already putting me in a bad place. You're already putting me in a bad fucking place because I feel like you fucking lied to me, okay? Don't fucking lie to me right off the gate. So, okay, the Wild Stallions didn't do these things. Apparently, they just fucked up for the rest of their life. For the last 26 years, they fucked up. They didn't make the song they were fucking supposed to. So, there's gonna be spoilers in this shit, just FYI. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want to be spoiled about anything from Bill and Ted, then get the fuck out of here because I'm about to spoil some shit. Here we go. So they fucking started off the movie at I guess it's Ted's younger brother's wedding, and Missy, the hot stepmom from the first one who married Bill's dad, then she married Ted's dad. Now she's fucking marrying Ted's brother, which I guess is kind of funny. Whatever. And they're doing this wedding gig for him. Fast forward, blah, blah, blah. So they have daughters. Let's go ahead and talk about the daughters real quick. I don't know what it is about these movies with the daughters, like now they're the main protagonists, like they kind of did with Jay and Silent Bob. I don't know if this is going to be like a thing, but it seems like it's becoming a thing, and I don't like it. Now, as for the two girls, Bill's daughter, you know, tries to act like Bill, but no, it's just her trying to say the dude and the air guitar thing, and it just doesn't fucking work. Now, here's the thing. Ted's daughter acts more like Ted than fucking Ted. Okay, let's talk about this. Alex Winter, who plays Bill, like, I really think that's just who the fuck he is as a person. Like, I think that's just him on a day-to-day basis. He plays that character so fucking well. Like, I honestly believe at this point, that's just who the fuck he is. Keanu Reeves, on the other end, I feel like he's got a lot of shit going on up here. Like, maybe he's thinking about the Matrix 4 or the new John Wick movie, and he's got all that shit going in his head because the whole like Ted thing he does is just like it sounds so robotic and it doesn't seem real. I just kept waiting for him to, like, when he does his Ted thing, which again seems so unnatural for him to do it now. Like he's gonna start just violently shaking and then turn into a fucking agent from the Matrix, and then there would be some kind of weird shoot off, like a fucking montage of the Matrix. I know I'm fucking getting way out of here, but it doesn't seem right. Now, Ted's daughter acts more like Ted than Ted does. She does a really cool, like, Ted, like the way to go, Bill. Like, I don't know, whatever that shit is. She does it really fucking well. Like, really well. Like, she does it way better than Keanu Reeves. Anyway, moving along on the story, fucking shit happens. They have to go into the future now, and they have to write this song that they were supposed to write, blah, blah, blah. And then some other shit happens, and then they end up, their daughters have to end up going and getting some musicians from around the time period to make this band, to make this song happen. While Bill and Ted are just, you know, fucking shit up. And they're going around trying to get the song from them older selves, but every time they go further into the future, they find out that the actual Bill and Ted in the future don't have the song. So they get to, like, Bill and Ted, like, on their deathbed, and and they give them the song, then they have to go back in time, and then this fucking robot who's been trying to chase them down ends up fucking killing them and going to hell. But it turns out he actually killed their daughters and all the people they brought with them, the musicians and shit, and now they're in hell. So of course you already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna run into death. They're gonna try to talk death into doing this shit. Then they all happy, whatever, and they fucking do the music thing at the end, and then it just fucking ends. That's as far as I'm gonna go into the story, because it's not very fucking deep, okay? And realistically, Bill and Ted don't even write this fucking song. They actually have nothing to do with the fucking song that unites everybody that they were supposed to make. You know who it was? It was their daughters who do it. The fuck? Like, so they really were fuck ups. Like, every time Ted's dad tried to tell him he was a fuck up, he really wasn't lying to him. So the thing about this movie that, what I really liked about the Bill and Ted movies, okay, that's the first one and the second one were very completely different fucking movies, almost for the most part, okay? This one is just a mixture of the first two, and I get it, I understand it, it's paying homage, it's 26 years, if they just went on, I feel like that maybe it would have been a whole completely different fucking story, but that's not the way they really wanted to go with this. It's like they took Bill and Ted first one, Excellent Adventure, and Bogus Journey, and they just mashed them together, because you have the daughters who are going back in time, getting musicians like they did in the first one, going around getting the historical people for their fucking presentation or whatever in the first one. And the second one is a lot with the playing, going and seeing death and shit like that, and them going and chasing themselves. And Bill and Ted just completely keep fucking stuff up like they do in Bogus Journey. So I feel like it was just both of those movies kind of mixed into one. And there was nothing wrong with that. I did expect for it just to be something new. I just felt like it was something new, but I felt like they just took both of these movies and put them together. With Bill and Ted 1 and 2 being so different, I expected this third one to be like a completely curveball, like a whole new story about something, and it just wasn't. Again, I want to make sure I'm saying it clear. You're going to get Bill and Ted here. It's just, it seems it doesn't have that same Bill and Ted charm until the later part of the movie. I will say towards more of the second half, towards the end, I don't know if during production people were just excited that they were almost done making the movie, but everybody just seemed to be like funnier and in a better place. It just seemed to have more character. Versus the first part of the movie, it just seems like really just forced. I don't know how to put it. Now, as far as comedy and what have you, no, like, it's not here. It's just not here. Like in Bill and Ted 1, when they went and got those historical figures and shit, like I felt like those people, man, they fucking believed in that. Like Napoleon thought he was fucking Napoleon, okay? Like they took these rules like Sigmund Freud and fucking Socrates. Like they believed that they were these fucking people. Abraham Lincoln, like They played those characters so well, and like Napoleon being a fucking asshole at a water park, like that was fucking funny. They go in to get like Louis Armstrong and Jimi Hendrix and Mozart, and I mean, they're okay, I guess. I mean, they're trying, but they ain't got shit like on fucking Genghis Khan and fucking Napoleon. Nothing. Then Kid Cudi shows up out of nowhere, and I'm like, ugh, come on. And they don't have, like, I guess they're trying to be funny, but it just, no, and they don't put a lot of emphasis on them anyway, so that's good because they're not very fucking funny. The one fucking funny part about this whole fucking movie is you would think it's Death. Death is kind of a bummer in this. He's not very funny like he was in Bogus Journey or whatever, but there's this fucking robot. This robot that they send back from the future who seems very intimidating with all these lights and shit on him and lasers, and he's a complete fucking fuck up, and he just keeps fucking shit up, and it's actually really funny because every time he does, he's like, oh shit, he clearly is like, oh man, I really fucked this up big time, because he keeps killing people he shouldn't be fucking killing, and at the end he actually kills himself because he's realized he fucked up so much. He takes Bill and Ted with him to hell, and then like at this point, like he just like wants to tag along, and he's just like, my name's Dennis, and like he just keeps following them around, just making stupid little lines like he's like a little child who's just completely an idiot, and it's actually really fucking funny. I don't know why, but it made me fucking laugh a lot because he was just so fucking stupid. So that's pretty much the only funny parts out of it. As far as the characters, Bill was fucking awesome. Bill's dad, or Ted's dad, was, back, and he's just like, the same fucking character he was. The whole Missy thing in there, I guess, was supposed to be funny, but I was just like, huh? It's a nice callback or throwback or what have you. Ted, Keanu Reeves, like I don't know, like I don't understand like what the fuck was going on there, but whatever. He's got a lot of shit going on. I'll give them that. So the girls, whatever, forgettable as hell. All the people they bring back from the past and stuff like that, completely forgettable. And the ending is really stupid. Like, it just kind of fucking ends. And I was just kind of left there scratching my head like, what the fuck did I just watch? And of course, every goddamn movie now has to have an ending scene. And Bill and Ted just fucking get some guitars and they play some guitars and they sit down and that's it. Like, why would I need to sit through the credits for that? Like, it wasn't even cool or anything. They just fucking old Bill and Ted get up and play a guitar and they sit down. Like, for what is this? Fucking Marvel? You setting up the next fucking, there's gonna be another fucking Bill and Ted? Anyway, overall, you're gonna get Bill and Ted. You're not gonna get cool Bill and Ted. You're gonna get old Bill and Ted, which can still be cool, I guess, but it just kind of wasn't. I watched this yesterday afternoon. I spent the rest of the day and today kind of reflecting on it because I was really kind of foul after I watched it. And here's just one last thing. There were so many parts that were so cringe, like cringe. Like, I literally just had to stop the movie. I'm like, oh God. That's really fucking cringy. Like, I don't know how anybody said these lines and did this shit with a straight fucking face. I don't know. That's what I got from it. Overall, it's Bill and Ted. If you love Bill and Ted 1 and 2, you'll probably like this. It's just, it doesn't have that same whatever it is, but you know how it is. Those movies from back then, I don't know if it's nostalgia glasses and how, you know, when we think about things, I think that the best way to do this is, which I feel like I should have done because my kids don't know nothing about Bill and Ted. I feel like me and my kids, I should have tried to get them to watch the first one, the second one, then sit down and watch the third one with them. I think that would have been cool. Or even just have a Bill and Ted like marathon over the next couple of days and then watch the third one. But I've watched Bill and Ted 1 and 2 a bajillion times. I know everything that happens in those movies. I just think it probably would have been left a better taste in my mouth if I'd have watched the third one right after watching the first two. I think that might be the best way to do it. I think you might enjoy it more, but just taking it and watching it, I gotta say, it's okay. I don't even know if I can say it's okay. It's $20 to rent. You can rent it at home because of COVID-19. But you can also buy it for $25. So that's kind of cool. I guess there's one good positive of COVID-19. But it's pretty cringy. It's not very funny. It feels kind of forced, and it doesn't have the same Bill and Ted magic. You'll get some Bill and Ted kind of moments and stuff in there, and for nostalgia's sake, I mean, I guess if you're a huge fan, I'd go for it, but I would say be prepared to be pretty disappointed. And that's all I got on Bill and Ted, Face the Music. I really feel like this one should have been called Bogus Journey. But anyway, Kamikaze Soundwaves here. These are my thoughts on the movie. Let me know what y'all think about it. That's the way I'm feeling about it. And I'm out of here, and I'll catch y'all over in the next one. Later.